I got a million questions to ask.
Let's work with someone.
Let me. What I want to know is, how did you start it? You started, I believe, playing with your brother or not?
Yeah, pretty much. I think he's the one probably that really inspired me to really get into it. Yeah, because he started playing, I would say, about 7, 8 years before we
We used to sneak in places to see him play.
Yeah.
Because he was pretty much known as the, like the greatest guitar player around Cincinnati, And, he had this rhythm thing, and plus he could do like those blues type solo leads. And, everybody was always talking about, his name wasn't Catfish then, he was Phelps Collins, So, he kind of, he was like a big brother, and, kind of wanted to be like him, and, he kind of, I guess, was the inspiration for that, even wanting to get into it, So he hooked me first, and next thing I know, you got Frank, Frankie was messing around there, and Catfish kind of turned him on to, what was it, stuff called Ripple? Next thing I know, I went to a gig, man, I seen Frankie laid over the drum like this. I said, okay, Cat's got him. He's got him, So we used to all kind of just hang out in the car. We had like one car. We could afford some gas, $2 worth of gas. We'd ride around, and Cat would get us loaded, And Cat would groove because we'd all hang out the window and start going, and that would be his night. He would love it, man. He would love it. So that was the beginning of us getting introduced to the music world, And from there on, we just got together.
He was teaching us to take care of us at the same time.
Yeah.
Without making a big deal about it.
Just natural.
Yeah. He was being himself, and he was having fun, and we was having fun because we was checking it out. We wanted to learn. We was curious, They had these cowboy boots on. They had these tight leg pants. It wasn't like we used to go to school, try to be cool like the school people, But the musicians had another look, So we wanted to look like the musicians, man, And we go to school. We mess around, start getting our hair straight, and we go to school, and people start looking. I'm like, start laughing at us. So I don't know. It got to be a big joke, So. But we started liking it like that. We started liking to be different early, and we were proud about being different. As opposed to wanting to fit in, we started, really rejected being like
fit out.
Yeah. It became that kind of thing,
Around what time was that?
That was real early.
That was so early until I really don't.
It had to be like early.
Trying to be like nobody else, but where we was trying to come from.
Yeah.
I really don't.
That had to be like real early 60s, real early, right? Going out of the 50s into the 60s, I would say. Because
you guys were on a psychedelic trip before the psychedelic trip happened.
Well, it was even but it was even before we got that deep.
Yeah.
It was like something that we were just the route we were going. Like I remember in school, what I felt like was cool to wear.
Yeah.
It's always real different from what everybody else had on, And after a while, and I just stayed with it, and after a while, they quit tripping. They just left me alone. And when I think back on it, didn't nobody really bother me too much.
Yeah.
Nobody really been bothered with me too much.
Right.
Just let me do my thing.
Yeah.
It's funny how we came up that way, and we emerged and out of that whole city. We were kind of different from everybody else.
And how did you guys hook up with George Clinton? How did that happen?
Came after James. We kind of hooked up with James Brown first in Cincinnati. And I don't know
which. Saw you guys playing. Come on.
That was a long, drawn out process.
Yeah.
That was a long, drawn out process. We were really being what you would call auditioned and seasoned at the same time.
He was very strict then.
Well, for a long period of time, before we even actually became his band, we were affiliated with him for a long time without really understanding or realizing the affiliation at that point. All we knew was we were close to his operation because he had a big studio in our hometown Cincinnati, Freedom Recording Studio. And he had acts and a lot of recorders going on all the time. And we were hanging around there and stuff. And we became involved. And we were always with some kind of way we will always think of one of his acts. And he was actually, now that we think about it, he was actually just keeping us in his, until he was ready to do whatever he needed to do. All we want to do is be involved. We want to be involved in something.
But this is your music, you know, but he took it for himself in a way.
Yeah. But you know, we look at it like, you know, it was a blessing to us.
Taught us a lot.
Yeah, it taught us a lot. It wasn't just the music, you know, it was just, you know, his whole operation. You know, the way he ran everything. And we were a unit anyway before we got with James, so that was a good part on our part. So he couldn't teach us how to stay together because we already knew that. We just needed to know everything else that went along with that, you know. So I think that's what we had that did nobody else really lock in on at that time, you know, where we were coming from. It was like we were already together. So James probably figured if we can get in there, he could probably, you know, divide and destroy, you know, and that usually always worked, but it never worked with us. You know, it never worked with us. And so from James Brown, we took the same unit to Funkadelic, you know, and I think George was a little more open. Yeah, he was a little more open, you know, and he didn't have that discipline thing, you know. His whole thing was like, whatever the funk you want to do, just do it and do more of it.
Do it on stage.
So it was like one extreme, I guess you would say, to the other, you know. And it was great for us, you know, really great.
But when you met George, was it like musically you melted together? Was it totally?
When we met George, we blew George's mind. Because George was kind of in search of, he didn't really have a real good band. He had like a trio. That was the Cash. And when he heard us, he's always been in search of something better, something better. When he heard us, he said, he heard horns for the first time, locked with a funky groove, and dynamics and stuff like that, which he's never really been focused on that type of thing. This thing was like a groove. You know, he heard us do hits and dynamics, breakdown. We had the horns playing real good. He never used horns before. And one thing led to another, and the merger kind of happened. It worked good.
I know. What is your musical roots? What is your next to your brother? What were the records you listened to?
Whatever the top 40 thing, and we wasn't really listening to a lot of nothing because, you know, the radio thing and the TV things, and we were kind of like from homes that couldn't afford, you know, a lot of that kind of thing. So if I heard anything, I would, when I first started out, I would have to go to my friend's house to kind of check it out, you know. And I would hear about different things from my brother, like the guitar player Lonnie Mack. He was from Kentucky, and that was like right across the bridge. And, you know, if you didn't have like, you wasn't connected to have a radio or TV, certain things you just wouldn't know. So we would have to be more hands-on. We would have to go there or be there. It was a lot different than today. You get fed everything. You know, we actually had to, we wanted to know what the hell was going on in L.A. We had to go there to find out. You know, I mean, it wasn't, you know, this is what they're wearing in L.A. This is what they're wearing in Paris. There wasn't none of that. We had to actually be there, you know, with all hands on. So it was another kind of time for us, and it made it, I guess, more real, you know, that we had to discover these things. We was reaching, you know. It was like we didn't know none of these things, you know. It was like, and it was fun reaching for them. We didn't know what the hell we was doing, but it was fun doing it, you know, because nobody gave us a clue of what, okay, well, you're going to find this behind that rock. You know, and you check behind that rock, man, you're going to see something like this. We didn't have a clue, you know, and we were so bold with it, so young, we didn't even care if you moved the rock and the snake getting ready to jump out. We didn't even care. You know, we figured we was, what is it, invincible? Pull the rock out, snake jump out, you get it. You know, get it. You know, phone a step, you know, so we were together like that. So, you know, we wasn't scared. You know, we were, first time to New York, subways. That was like fun. Subway, people were telling, oh man, y'all better not down, you know. And we were like, we were so together, we believed that we got on the subway, we'd be looking for anybody to try anything, You know, and that's what time that was. So, you know, it was a whole nother, we just felt we were so together that couldn't nothing touch us. Just like your hat says, bad boys. Yeah.
Where did your star symbol come from?
I guess that was like a dream in school. You know, you'd be sit up, the teacher be talking, and she'd be rattling on, and you know, your mind kind of drifts, and you say, "Wow, it'd be nice to have some sunglasses like stars." I'd be back there faking like I'm paying attention to what she's saying, and be drawing stars, and you know, God, if I could just get a guitar of my own and draw it like a bass and kind of sketch it out, you know. And these are like just dreams, not even thinking that anything like that would ever happen, you know, because you know, we were just doing things, man. You know, just, you know, anything that would come to the head, it was like imagination, you know, it was like running wild. You know,
and that was another situation in progress because we always had unique stuff for the level that we were at.
Yeah.
But whatever we could do, whatever we could acquire and get, you know, it was the best. And it would always blow minds, you know, up until you could actually.
That's the great thing about it, that musically it's something like that. It's like the clothes, you know. It's like something from this, something from that, blended together.
Yeah.
Vision. You work with Delight.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
My whole feeling on not just house music, but on music in general. On music in general, I'm just glad that we have something real to offer, and everything else is a form of music, you know, and I appreciate all of it. I mean,
if it's real.
Yeah, well, I appreciate ideas, okay, and I'm not one to say what's real or what's fake.
Yeah.
All I can do is stand for what I stand for.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think that's what's, you know, a lot of problem today. It's like, you know, you like rock, he likes funk, he likes disco, he likes house, he likes hip hop, I think that's the division that we have to learn to conquer.
Yeah.
And the only way we can do that is like what we were doing tonight. People just say, funk it. Whatever you got to give up, just give it up. You know, whatever's in there. Okay? If it's to you, if it's not as real as you're used to, but that's all he got to give, hey, that's all he got to give, man. You know, I mean, you know, it don't sound like what Mudbone do. It don't sound like what Frankie do. You know, it don't sound like what you do, but that's what he does. You know, and I don't know. I think the more open we are, it was just like when we came to George, you know, and it was a whole nother thing because James had this strict, you know, but George was like open, you know. All right, well, whatever funk y'all got going on, okay. You know, just let's hear, let's get it going. I think that's what the message is, you know, and I think that's what I have to offer what you got. I mean, come as you are. You know, when you try to start doing what you're not able to do, then you're faking it.
Yeah.
You know, so you can't make nobody sound like Frankie Bone. You know, I mean, they can take little snippets or whatever, you know, but the idea to me is let a person be free to create. You know, and to me, that's what's going to make the new music.
Yeah.
You know, instead of not agreeing with what a mug do, I just feel good about, yeah, cool, go ahead. You know, let's see where it goes because we know what we have to offer. We know it. You know, and we're not in competition with nobody. So if you're not in competition, let it ride. You know, let it ride. You know, so.
Yeah, we got the whole bus is waiting.
Yeah, no bus waiting.
Maybe we can.
Two little things. During the mothership, there were lots of rumors that everybody was on acid. Was it like that? Was everybody on acid and just doing whatever?
I would say so. Everybody but Catfish.
Yeah, Catfish was on MD 2020.
Yeah, MD 2020. Yeah, definitely. Bone was on what? Sunshine and Lightning.
Yeah.
That's what time it was. You know. What?
Did you feel your experience with it?
And you know the good part about it to me is, personally myself, I'm proud of it. Yeah. But I wouldn't, you know, throw it on nobody to say you got to do this and you should do this. You know, I'm proud that we made it through that era. You know, because most of us didn't.
Yeah, you guys really learned from it because.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
If you come out of.
But you know, a lot of people are ashamed of what they've been through. Man, you know, that was the part of learning. That was a part of the funk. I mean, you know, we had no idea until we experimented. Jimmy said it loud. Are you experienced?
Yeah.
You know, and that's what it's all about.
What do you guys want to do in the future?
Oh yeah, well, keep the funk alive.
What we're doing now, and just you know, just let it take us to wherever the heights and dimensions it can take us, man. Because I mean, I met Bootsy and them in '68 and joined them in '73, and you know, it's like it's an ongoing process. I mean, relationship never gets old in this situation. You know, some things you can do, and you're like, man, there's nothing else I can do, but you know, it's like just being over here this time. I can tell there's still a lot more to do because the people are telling us there's a lot more you can do for us. I mean, you know, so I feel we owe it to them to do it as long as we can agree to do it, and we agree to do it. You know, so there's a lot more to do. So I think our future is what we'll be doing now. Conditions and stuff might change with it, you know, for the better too.
Right. I mean, that's the calling, you know. And it's just like, you know, we work with, you know, like Ice Cube, and, you know, they're kind of blown away with, you know, what we do, but at the same time, we're kind of blown away with how they do what they do too.
Yeah.
So it's a learning, you know, it's a learning thing, you know. We can't go in the studio and do what Ice Cube and them do, the way they do it, you know. They can't go in the studio and do what we do, you know. So it's a mutual, I guess, respect thing there.
There are men that you look upon to?
I would say probably, well, a whole lot of respect for would be James Brown, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. Him and George would probably be the one, you know, that, I mean, George is like a road dog for real. I mean, you got to give him that. I mean, if you don't give him nothing else, he can come out here and just wear a mug out completely, you know. And y'all know, you know. So it's like if you don't say nothing else, he can do that for all the time he's been doing it. You got to give it to him, you know. So those two, James and George, because we've actually not only just seen it from the outside, but we know from the inside. Got to give them that.
Is there a woman you look upon to? A lot of respect to?
Not to put, you know, I mean, you know, women is women, and we all need women, you know, but my whole thing has always been from the man side of town, you know. And
Gert.
Yeah, Gert was definitely, and Mom, yeah. If you're speaking of it that way, I thought he was talking about more like a certain out there type thing.
No, it can be your mother.
Oh, yeah, I mean, well, no question. I mean,
Your mother?
Yeah.
She's funky for real.
Yeah.
You know,
And
She
proud.
must be having such a son.
And proud,
it's
yeah.
like, you know, it's just little things that she said today was just funky.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.